Commerce College, the Peach Belt Conference, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. YAC and the Peach Belt have many traditions, but bad sportsmanship isn't one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect is the name of the game.
Good afternoon once again. Welcome to the YHC Basketball Arena, the Valley of Doom, for men's Peach Belt action. Young Harris playing host to Lander University, the Bearcats out of Greenwood, South Carolina. Tommy Jenkins and John C. Moon with you on this broadcast. Young Harris comes in 0-1 in the conference, 1-5 overall. Lander 0-2 in the conference, 4-4 overall. Been a brutal schedule for Young Harris. All 6 games that we have played have been against teams who were NCAA participants last year. One good note for Young Harris, going to have the very versatile Corey Nelson be back in action, the senior who really can guard 3 positions on the floor and can play inside or out, brings a lot of length, and probably the best athlete on Young Harris's squad. Going to be a big help. Tough game for our women. We just ran into a buzzsaw against Lander in the women's game, and it just never materialized. 72-50 losers, 1-1 now in the Peach Belt. Ashlyn Ellison led Young Harris with 13 points. Ganesha Robinson with 12. Aaron Cochran with 11. We turned the ball over a lot, got down early, and just never recovered. Men in action against this Lander squad, under direction of Steve Roberts, Ryan Hilburn, Cooper Niemond. We need a win. Need to get it here. Need to hold home court. We're getting ready to hit the floor, hit the road for 2 games. Be good to get some wins on the road, because coming back after Christmas, we've got a very tough Francis Marion squad that's undefeated in Peach Belt and 5-0 overall. So this is a big one for it. They're all big, but when you're 1-5 and 0-1 in the conference, and you've already lost serve on your home court once, you don't want to do that again. Turnovers has been a big issue for Young Harris. And Young Harris is only averaging 73.5 points per game, giving up 80.8. When Coach Herman's teams are functioning the way they're supposed to function, Young Harris is going to be putting 80-85 up a night. So let's just see what we look like offensively here, and that's going to be a big tell-all about where we're at in this process right now. Played really well against UNC Pembroke, who was a preseason favorite coming into the season. Played well, led by 9 at halftime, and it just got ugly in the second half. Only scored, I think, 28 points. And, we're not going to win many games when we're scoring 28 points in a half. Point of emphasis to watch is see if there's a lot more passing the ball tonight and a lot less dribbling. If you see that, you know that things are starting to click the way Coach Herman wants them to click. We're getting ready now for Mark Moulton. We're going to send it down to him for the starting lineup and the playing of our national anthem. Young Harris College basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
And remove your hats for this performance of our national anthem.
And now for your starting lineups.
And now as we know our starting lineups for both teams. First, for our visitors from Greenwood, South
For Lander University, the Bearcats out of Greenwood, South Carolina. Starting guard, 5'9" junior out of White Oak, North Carolina. Number 2, Rahu Purdie. Number 11, 6'5" sophomore guard out of West Columbia, South Carolina. Number 11, Nicholas Johnson. Number 22, 6'8" sophomore out of Lexington, South Carolina, TJ Knight. 6'1" junior guard out of Aiken, South Carolina, number 23, Jordan Dingle. 6'5" senior out of Dorster, South Carolina, Sergio Smith. And number 22, 6'8" sophomore, Lexington, South Carolina, TJ Knight. Head coach, Steve Robertson, assisted by Ryan Hilburn and Cooper Niemand. Again, Lander comes in 0-2 in the conference, 4-4 overall. On a little bit of a run, they have won their last 2 times out, defeating Livingston and Fayetteville State, both non-conference game. And now for the Mountain Lions. Starting at guard, 6'1" junior from Marietta, Georgia, number 5, Antonio Wade. At guard, 6'3" senior from Wantirna, Victoria, Australia, number 23, Ben Waterhouse. At guard, 6'5" senior from Ella, Georgia, number 25, J.B. Charles. At forward, 6'5" senior from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 1, Corey Nelson. At forward, 6'7" junior from Port Charlotte, Florida, number 42, Nixon Blanc. Mountain Lions coached by Pete Herman, assisted by young Harris great and future Hall of Famer Steve Faturbo. Tommy Jenkins and John C. Moon with you. We got a game tomorrow, men's game at 12, playing Palm Beach Atlantic, and they're here. They're sitting down in what's normally the student section. Got here, spend some time in the gym, probably going to get some PT in after this one. They get to see some snow. There's still snow on the ground out here. In places there's a lot of snow, so maybe they can get out and have them a snowball fight. Blanc jumping for young Harris, and it'll be controlled by Lander. Purdue, 5'9" point guard, and he is cat quick. He could go. Young Harris starting out in the man. Good to see Corey Nelson out there. 3 ball, no good. Nelson with the board. Nelson quickly down to Waterhouse. Lander going to start out in a man. Wade will flash high. He'll get the ball top of the key. He's picked up by Purdue, and he's giving a lot of size up to Wade. Purdue is. Waterhouse, 10 on the shot clock, works the right side, drives baseline. Feeds to Blanc, going to put it off the glass, up and in. Young Harris on the board first. 2-zip Young Harris. Blanc second on the team in scoring at 14-2. Wade leads the way at 15-3. Going to be traveling down in the paint on Johnson. They're going to come with pressure. Full man. Charles will inbound. Waterhouse will come to set the screen. We'll get the ball in Waterhouse's hand. They'll clear out and let the senior from Australia. He'll work the right side. Come behind the back. Now he'll set up top of the key, looking for Nelson up top. Corey puts the ball on the floor. Right side Waterhouse, and I know that Corey is glad to be out there. Blanc in the post, inside out. Waterhouse, 3 ball, no good. Good block out by Knight. Purdue quickly in transition. Johnson driving. We don't get to defensive rotation, and he scores off the glass. Purdue leads young Lander in scoring. He's averaging 18 a game. Block to Wade. He'll go behind the back. Nice strong take. Shot blocked though. And in transition, got a one-on-one. Waterhouse draws the contact. No whistle. Good no call. Nelson in transition. Left side to Charles. JB puts it on the floor. Will drive. Feed down into Nelson, and he goes up and scores and gets fouled. And Corey will go the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play. This is Nelson's first game of the season. And it is good to see him out there. He's got the ability defensively to guard a 2, 3, or a 4. You can play him inside or you can play him out, and just gives you another weapon coming off the bench. Suddenly, you just really got a good rotation with the starting 5, and you've got James Lappett, who's just done a tremendous job rebounding. Greg Murphy, and with Damari Edwards. And that's what Nelson can do, man. He can bring the bacon. No doubt about it. And a little atmosphere. Crowds, students are gone. We do have some students here, actually, though. I was kind of really surprised at the amount of students that were here. Lander buries a jumper, and it's a 7-4 game. Charles going to put it. Nice, strong take. JB driving the baseline up and in, and young Harris hitting on all cylinders. We're 4 of 6. Nelson leading young Harris with 5. 3 ball from Purdue is good. And here comes Wade. Going to come right back at you. That was a Purdue shot, John says. I think Phillip messaged that up. Nelson off the glass, no good, but Charles with the tip in. JB's got 4, and the Young Harris lead is 4. Johnson with the ball, feeds the post, and going to get a travel. Good job defensively by that time. Nelson straight up, staying in front of TJ Knight. We're going to have a substitution. And I'm going to need a little pronunciation guide on this one. Yeah, what he said. Evic out of Belgrade, Serbia. Let me try this, John. Yeah. Errant pass inside, but I believe it's going to be last touch by Lander. Officials will confer. Good job of officiating. Evic, big guy, big body, 6'8", 230-pounder. Senior out of Serbia. Ball inbounded to Waterhouse. Waterhouse kicks left side to Charles. To Blanc, baseline. Feeds, nice feed inside. Great job feeding. Nice cut by JB Charles. JB's got 6, and the Young Harris lead is 6. Rankin, who just has checked in. He's a freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City. Here's Purdue working against Waterhouse. So quick, gets it up and over. Can't get the shot down, though. Waterhouse with the board, quick out to Wade. Directing traffic, wants Charles. Charles going to lay it up and in. And the Young Harris lead is 8, 15-7. JB Charles with 8 for Young Harris. Corey Nelson with 5. And Young Harris coming out and playing typical Young Harris offense here. Right side jumper, no good. Blanc with the rebound. He is a rebounding machine. 7.5 on the year. 3 ball. JB Charles. JB feeling it early. He got 11. And that's going to get a timeout from Steve Roberts. 14:57 to go in the first half. Young Harris leads 18-7. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
A reminder, we'll be opening the VIP hospitality room at halftime of today's game. You know, for all information on YHC athletics, you can check out our website at yhathletics.com. And if there's someone on your Christmas list that's just a little difficult to buy for, we still have VIP tickets on sale. Please contact Bobby Thompson at rthompson@yhc.edu or 706-379-5021.
$18-7, Young Harris leads. Keep up with Young Harris Athletics. We got a lot of it going on. Just check out our website at yhcathletics.com. We'll be hitting the road Sunday against Augusta, and then Tuesday down at Flagler College. And you can keep up with it just there, too, on the home team's website, on their live stats. Up to date, up to the second stats, video and audio. Young Harris playing good on both sides of the floor. The red-hot Charles to Wade on the left side. Hits Blanc in the post. He gets tied up, kicks back out to Wade. He'll reset. 15 on the shot clock. Wade coming off a screen from Blanc, puts it to Waterhouse. He'll drive, now kick out, and he's going to draw the contact. J.B. Charles with 11, Corey Nelson with 5. Young Harris yet to substitute. Got Palm Beach Atlantic tomorrow, and they are in the house.
Second team foul.
Nelson, 16 on the shot clock, got to go. To Blanc, nice post move. Scores, got a mismatch down low with Johnson.
That's Blanc with 2.
And Blanc, he's got 4, and the Young Harris lead is now up to 13. This is Rankin over Charles in the paint, and a nice soft floater. First time Lander scored in quite a while, and it's an 11-point lead for Young Harris. Wade runs point, comes off screen for Nelson, pick and pop now. Nelson will float down in the paint. Outside on the right side is Wade. He'll bring it back up top, coming off a screen. Pick and roll, and they'll kick out to Waterhouse. Jumper, no good. Rebound, 4. Let me get the name right. Philip's supposed to teach me all of this stuff. Kadrin Zaru. Cabrazu. Out of 6'6" freshman out of Romania. Charles, 3 ball, all no good. Nelson slaps the ball out of Cabrazu's hand, but it will be last touched by Young Harris as we'll get some substitutions. Damari Edwards will check in. J.B. Charles will get a rest. James Lappett will check in. Corey Nelson will get a rest. James, happy for James. Great kid out of Australia. Been getting a lot of playing time, and he is leading the team in rebounds at 9 a game. And they'll go inside. James rotation over. Nice job. Rebound Kadzu. Left elbow jumper per D. No good. Rebound. They're getting the 50-50 balls. That's 2 of them. And that's going to be a travel.
Traveling, turnover, Young Harris ball.
And that's Cade Mara, junior out of Australia. Going to come with some pressure. Edwards will rebound. Damari's played well. Gets the ball into Wade's hand. So it's Wade, Edwards, Lappett, Waterhouse, and Blanc on the floor for Young Harris. Working against the Lander man, we're leading 20-9. Waterhouse, top of the key. Coming off a screen from Lappett. Ben will drive, nice runner, no good, but Lappett gets it up with the right hand and in with the right hook, and Young Harris up by 13. They coming back at us quickly per D, man. You've got to have the Jets on because he's going to have his turned on. Got to get back in a hurry. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young Harris. It'll be Lander ball underneath. Mara to inbound, a junior out of Melbourne, Australia, where Angus Howie's from. Feed inside, and they're going to get Edwards trying the overplay, but got too much body on Rankin, and it'll be a foul on Young Harris. Just our first, 12 minutes on the clock. That is going to bring a timeout. I believe that's going to be a media timeout. 22-9 your score. Young Harris up by 13. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. 22-9, Young Harris up by 13. J.B. Charles leading Young Harris in scoring with 11. Good balance. He's got 11. Nelson's got 5. Good to see him back out there. Blanc with 4. I want to say thanks to our game sponsors, Hinton Rural Life Center in Hayesville, Bowl of Asia, Thai, Vietnamese, Japanese cuisine, and sushi bar in Young Harris, and Walmart in Blairsville. Save money, live better. Jumper right side, sweet, Sydney Robinson, freshman out of Charleston, South Carolina. Young Harris lead is 11. Lappet, top of the key, right side, Edwards. Zion Williams in the game. Freshman out of Savannah, can't get the shot down, but Young Harris had the ball, had the rebound, it went through her hands. Zion getting some PT. He is cat quick. Player with a lot of upside. He giving Antonio a break. 3 ball is good. That was Evich. And a steal for Lander. Young Harris getting a little sloppy. They'll run the floor. We get them to miss, but we don't hustle back on defense. And it's a 22-16 game. And just like that, Lander on a run. 22-16. Another near turnover. Edwards now to Waterhouse, and they're going to get a foul, I think, on Ben. I'm not sure.
Foul on Lappet, that is his.
It's going to be on Lappet, his first. And Young Harris wheels off the bus, kind of coming off. Quickly, we're going to get Antonio Wade back in. Overload to the left side. This is Mara, kick out right side, 3 ball, no good. And Lappet, good inside position, and Kobrazaru climbs his back. It's going to be a foul on Lander. Be Young Harris ball. Mount Lions up 6, 22-16. J.B. Charles, who's on the bench right now, leading Young Harris with 11 points. We'll get the ball into Wade's hands. We've cooled off quite a bit. Left side, Wade to Waterhouse. They'll hedge out on him. We'll look for Lappet inside. Nothing there. Shot clock down to 7. Got to go. Waterhouse under pressure, gets a shot up, no good. Not a good possession for Young Harris. Not crisp at all that time. Greg Murphy getting ready to check in. That's a 2 from Mara.
Mara with a 2.
And Bearcats on a run. They've scored the game's last 9 points. Wade loses the handle, but Edwards going to pick it back up. He's going to stay with it. Nice scoop, gets his own board and gets fouled. Had a clear lane, but except Wade just couldn't get out of his way off of the floor. Murphy and the Red Hot Charles getting ready to check back in.
Edwards to the line to shoot 2.
Damari 5th on the team at scoring, 6.8. 5 of 8 from the charity stripe. Corey Nelson going to check back in as well. Free throw no good. Looking for consistency, Coach Herman. Played a brilliant first half against UNCP and totally opposite the second time out, the second half. So we only scored 28 points. We're just not built to win when we score 28 points in a half. Edwards' second free throw's good. Damari will come out. J.B. Charles will check in. First time we've scored in a long time. We're up by 5. Our largest lead was at 13. That was at 22-9. That ends a 9-0 run. Good hands by Waterhouse. They're trying to feed the ball inside. Marr, the freshman from Australia. And nice inbound play. We fall asleep. They're going to get over the back, I believe, of Greg Murphy. No? Going to call Greg for that? They climbed his back. Wow, that's interesting.
Fouls on Murphy. That is his first.
Wow. He had inside position. Kogzaru. It's only his second game, so we don't have a whole lot of numbers on him. First time he's been to the free throw line this year. Good stroke. He nails them both. They're on 11-1 run, and we turn it over in the corner on the inbounds play. They're going to get a foul on Young Harris. Again, we've got inside position. No? I think he wanting a call. We get the ball into Wade's hand. We led by 13. Now we lead by 1. Coming off a screen pick and pop action with Waterhouse. And just a lot of dribbling right now. Nice strong take. Can't get the shot down. And then transition per D. Man, he's going to kill you. Now, if that was Sidney Robinson. Coach Herman going to get a timeout. Landers got its first lead of the game, 24-23. Comes at 8:27 to go in the first half. Mountain Line basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
30-second timeout called by Young Harris. It becomes a media timeout. Make sure you get your tickets for the women's basketball Queen of Hearts drawing. They're being sold at the table near the concession stand. Tickets are $1, 6 for $5, 15 for $10. Current jackpot is $2,086. If you'll come to Brothers tonight at 7 p.m., and if your ticket is drawn, and if you find the Queen of Hearts, you'll take home 50% of the jackpot. If you aren't present for the drawing and your ticket is pulled, if the card number you write on the ticket reveals the Queen of Hearts, you'll win 30% of the jackpot. If you're present and choose a card that reveals a joker, you win $100, and the face card is worth $50. Any other card wins $20. Come to Brothers tonight at 7 p.m. and win some cash. I don't know, there'll be a test later.
Lander coming back on the floor with a 1-point lead. They're in a 15-1 run right now offensively on Young Harris. And again, we've got to that place to where there's a lot more dribbling there than there is passing. Into Wade's hand. Charles, top of the key. Guarded by Marr. We'll feed Blanc down on the post. And he's going to draw the contact. That foul's going to come from Deshandre Rucker, freshman out of Greenville, South Carolina.
Blocking foul called on number 40, Rucker.
Fifth team foul on the Bearcats. First on Rucker. He just has checked in. We'll get the ball in the corner to Waterhouse, and they're really stifling us with the man. Nelson to Charles. He puts it on the floor and loses contact, and they're going to get him with a charge.
Offensive foul called against J.B. Charles. That is his first.
And Young Harris, the offensive woes continue. Fourth team foul. 24-23. Mara in the corner. We've got him double teamed. Now they'll feed the post. Good quick hands by Wade. He's running. Got J.B. Charles open. Can't pull the trigger. Takes it all the way and draw the contact. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Antonio, our leading scorer, 15.3 points per game. Pretty good free throw shooter. Gets there a lot. Leads the team in trips to the free throw line. He's been there 46 times. He's knocked down 33 for 72%. It's been a long time since we've scored a field goal. He had Charles open, just wasn't in a place he could pull the trigger, evidently. Misses the first free throw. Johnson going to check in, as is Purdy, as is Sergio Smith, senior out of Dorchester, South Carolina. Palm Beach Atlantic for the men tomorrow at 12. Education Day. There'll be a full house here tomorrow. Palm Beach Atlantic, they're here down in the student section watching. Students are out of school. We get a steal. Corey Nelson. This is what Corey does. Nice take. Can't get it down. And they calling it tight. (24-24). We have scored 2 free throws in the last about 6 minutes. Johnson fakes the 3. Now he'll drive on Waterhouse. He's going to pick his pocket. Gets it out in front to Corey Nelson. He wisely pulls up to Wade. Fake the 3 ball. Now he'll take it. 3 ball, no good. And Young Harris with the steal and the score. Feed inside, good overplay by Waterhouse. (26-24). We get a hand on the inbound. Waterhouse will come down with it. J.B. Charles got 14 points today after hitting that last 3 ball. Double high. We'll feed Nelson. He'll put it on the floor and gets the shot blocked, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Nelson's score. He's been to the free throw line once already today. Knocked that one down.
Foul is on Dingle. That is his second personal.
Nelson knocks that shot down. And Young Harris has gotten the lead back up to 3. Nelson with 6 points. And Young Harris lead is 3, 27-24. Right side Mara. Purdy back in now running the point. He's done a good job on him, only 3 points. They'll kick out left side, fake the 3 ball. Now baseline jumper, no good. Nelson with the board. He'll bring it out quickly in transition, take it all the way and score. That's what he does.
Corey Nelson.
So athletic. Long pass over the left side. And they'll kick out on the left. We've got a double on it. Now they'll kick back right side. Long skip to Purdy. He'll give it up to Dingle. Going to shoot the 3 and drains it.
Dingle with a 3.
29-27 inside of 6 minutes. Charles up top works against Mara. Coming to the left side, now Wade will take it. 13 on the shot clock. Directing traffic, we're inside of 10. He'll kick it out, Waterhouse, 3 ball, counted! And the Young Harris lead is 5. Ben knocks it down. He's got 6, couple of 3 balls, and the Young Harris lead's got back up to 5. 32-27, we're inside of 5, and we're giving a different look. We're running the trap, running the zone trap. Morrow get the ball in the corner. He'll drive the baseline, pull back, shoot the jumper. No good. Charles, good side, inside position, and he's going to have Smith climbing his back, and that's going to put JB on the line to shoot a 1-and-1. JB 4th on the team in scoring, 13 for 3. Good free throw shooter. Better be a good free throw shooter. His mom and dad were both coaches. 21 of 26, 81% free throw shooter on the season. Be a 1-and-1. Senior out of Gilmer County High School, Ella J, Georgia. Free throw is good. JB got 14. Pretty good crowd on hand. School to be out. JB nails them both, and Young Harris got the lead back up to 7. We've led as many as 13. And they got on a 15-1 run and took the lead on us. Kind of seesawed a little bit there, but we have got the lead again. Good quick hands, Nelson, but we can't control. Perdue, nice feet inside, nice reverse by Smith. And it's a 5-point game, 34-29. Getting down to the 4-minute mark. Coming up double high. Now Waterhouse will peel off, get the ball in the paint. Nice feed down to Nelson, puts it up. Shot is blocked. Great athletic play by the freshman Rucker. But we still at Charles. He gets fouled, no call. And it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's Young Harris ball. We might catch a break on that one. Media timeout. They were conferring, not sure which way it's going. JB touched it last, I do think, but maybe we'll get it. 34-29, your score. Young Harris leading by 5. Mountain Line Sports on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. (34-29), Young Harris leading by 5. 3:57 to go in this one. J.B. Charles leading Young Harris with 15 points. Corey Nelson on his return with 8 points. Balance across the board for Lander. Their scoring line is about as balanced as you can get. 3 people with 4 and about that many with 3. Waterhouse, 3-ball, gets fouled, gets knocked down. Chance for a 4-point play. And Ben, one of the better free throw shooters in our conference, 18 of 22, 82%. He nails that one. And Young Harris, just like that, has got it back up to 9. We're inside of 4 minutes. kind of 38 points. And I mean, we're getting that scoring average. We expect to score 80+ a game. That's who we are. That's what we do. Right now we're averaging 73 a game. You're going to see that get 80+. They're going to get Nick. I believe they're going to get a foul. Good inside position that time, Sergio Smith. I believe the foul is going to be on Nick. T.J. Knight checking back in. Knight started. We hadn't seen him much since. Out of Lexington, South Carolina, suburb of Columbia. Trap in the corner. A little soft on it, though. Nice inside pass, but can't handle it. Wade comes up with it. Antonio looking to push. Got JB up top. Going to field. Waterhouse finds him. Slipped in back door. Scores. Ben picking up the scoring. He's got 9. And the Young Harris has his lead back up to 11. We've led by 13. Then they went on a 15-1 run. They'll feed the post tonight. Good overplay by Wade. We can't pick the ball up, but good defense and a board by Blanc. Wade comes down with it. Wade right side. Corey Nelson flashes up high. He'll give the ball up to Corey. Left side, Waterhouse. Looking for Blanc inside. Nick will put the ball and put it in. Man can't get the shot down, but gets his own board. Stays with it. Gets hammered. No foul. Long skip. Purdy, nice ball fake. Gets Wade off his feet. Gets a little closer. Shot halfway down the cylinder. Rims out. Nelson with the board. Corey pushing. Puts it on the floor. Now backs up and gives it up to Wade. We're feed the post to Blanc. Inside of 2. Blanc can't get the shot down. Nelson fighting with the board. Smith controls. Back comes Lander the other way. Purdy, nice take. We blocked the shot. Nelson keeping it in play. And off of J.B. Charles, I believe. James Lappett going to check in for the Mountain Lions. Nick going to get a break. Blanc with 4 points and 5 boards in the first half. They'll feed the post. Baseline jumper, no good. Charles with the board. JB going to take it himself. Throws a long pass down to Waterhouse. Feeds Lappett in the post. Trying to feed Nelson on the cut, but still. Strong take, but Waterhouse with the board. Lappett picks up the loose ball, but don't handle it. And back comes Robinson to score. Young Harris with some golden opportunities there, but couldn't seal the deal. Wade up top. We're getting down close to the minute mark. Charles right side looking for Lappett. Nothing there, man. They're holding Ben Waterhouse. Nice reverse layup. J.B. Charles. JB having a field day offensively. He's got 17. We're inside a minute. Young Harris lead is 11. We go to the 1-3-1. We trapping out of it. And they're going to get JB with a foul. Coach Herman, he's not upset with that foul. Had one to give, just trying to get the steal. Only the first foul, I believe, for JB. It's his second. 44.3 seconds left in this one. Rankin will inbound. Young Harris now manning up on the inbound. Robinson runs the point. Guarded by Wade. Step back 3. No good. Rebound Nelson. That's one of the many things that he brings you. Strong rebounder. Shot clock is off. Waterhouse with the ball in his hand. He's got Purdy on him. Purdy gives up a lot of size. We'll get the ball to Nelson. Left side Wade. Spot up. 3. Count it! And Young Harris has his biggest lead of 14. 6 seconds. 4-3. 3 ball coming back. No good. High rebound. J.B. Charles get it. Young Harris hangs 45 points in the first half. 45-31 is your score. We got a good lead, got away from us, but we pick it back up. And Coach, you want to sit in and talk a while? Coach Steersman with us. Coach Steersman going to step in with us now. Coach, men kind of look like young Harris basketball, didn't it?
Yeah, put some points up there for sure. That, about 4 minutes ago, it was like a 2-point game,
yeah.
And then they just kind of blew it wide open.
Yeah, we got the big lead, and then they went on a 15-1 run and then, like you say, just really blew it wide open. And, you made mention this the last game. I think we scored against UNCP 26 or 28 in the second half, and that's just not the kind of games we win. But tough one today against a very good team.
Yeah, like to have that first quarterback. It's hard when you don't have they've got 15, 16 kids they can just throw in there and they don't lose nothing. And so it's one of those things because we don't play that frenetic, it's hard to simulate in that practice. So, you can work on it, and then you can go out there in a game, and if you struggle against pressure, they're going to expose you. And, the first quarter, I think we had 7 turnovers, and, which we ended up with 21 for the game. I think we had 9 in the second half, or 8, I can't remember. I think it was 8 in the second half. So, we had 7 in the first quarter. And, when you shoot, I don't know, what we shoot in that first quarter, Tommy, about 18% or something. So, and they shoot, and they shoot about 70. So, it's hard to recover from that. And we battled, and, we got it under 20 at one time. But, there was never a doubt that they were ready to play and we weren't. I mean, they hit us in the mouth and we didn't know what to do.
Well, the thing I was talking to Coach AC, if you look at the shot chart, the first quarter, you really had some good looks at the basket too.
Yeah, we had some that were pretty close in, and, we were just scared. I mean, you could see it. I mean, they jumped on us and kind of hit us in the mouth, and we turned down shots that we should have taken. There was one in the second quarter that sticks out in my mind. We kind of drove it baseline. We had a layup, and instead of shooting a layup, we throw it to somebody and turn it over. And but again, that's there's not a lot you can do. You've got to want the ball in your hands, and that's what we talked about at halftime was you can't sit back and be passive. You can't dribble the ball right across half court and decide you're going to pick it up and get trapped. I mean, you can't play passive. And we did. Like I said, the first half we were passive. Second half, the score was, 30-29, and he never let off the press, and he didn't go to his bench. I mean, those were starters out there. And so we gave up too many easy baskets, and they got a lot of easy looks against the zone where they just kind of threw it at the high post and dumped it down low and kind of wore us out. But again, we played really hard. I mean, that's going to be a constant. But today, we didn't even take the shots we normally take. It wasn't even about making them. It was just about taking them because they had us so frazzled there in the first half.
Now, I know you've seen some good teams this year, especially on your California trip. Have you seen anybody that good at playing that kind of frenet, that type of pressure?
Azusa Pacific pressed us for 40 minutes, and they were more of a team that once you beat their pressure, they didn't really want to guard you. They wanted to get the ball back out of the net and run it down your throat. Where Lander's they're going to guard you, and I don't know if they're in the poll this week or not, but I know they've been in every poll. Lander's the deepest team we played. I mean, they just, like I said, there's no drop off. I mean, there's times out there I didn't even know who was in the game for them. It didn't matter. I mean, they play so hard, they press you, and they can all run. We haven't seen anybody like 35 for them, Brashay Johnson. I mean, that kid, she's about 5'9", and she just changes the game. She plays up around the rim. I mean, she had 21 points and 13 rebounds, and she had 3 blocks. And that's one, we missed a lot of 2-footers in the first quarter, and that's why, because she's in there swatting stuff, and we were a little intimidated in that first quarter.
Yeah, she reminded me of a girl that played for Jay Sparks back a number of years ago, Q Gilliam, that was just that same kind of player, 5'9", but just constant energy.
Yeah.
Ganesha Robinson give you some big energy on both ends of the floor today.
Her and Ashlyn Ellison play so hard. I mean, Ashland is not – she's not somebody we ever expected to be. Last game she had 15. Today she had 13. That wasn't, really what we thought of her. I mean, we thought she was going to be somebody who was just going to, flat out guard you and just run the ball down your throat. But, I mean, she's given us some huge buckets. And, G is G. She's going to play hard. She's going to get some steals. She's going to get her hands on some balls. She's going to drive it up your throat. And, if you can't stop the drive, she's tough to defend. We got to get Brianna Bell going. I think she's now, 3 of her last 29 in the last 3 games.
Didn't score, didn't really shoot today,
no,
did she?
Didn't have a point, and, when your leading scorer doesn't score, it's hard to win. It's hard to beat anybody when that happens. We got lucky last game. I don't remember what she scored last game, 6-7 points. They were all from the foul line, and we were able to win. But today, we got to get her going. I don't know, she's just in a funk right now.
Some extended playing time. It was able to present yourself. Dobbs, Jordan, Hutchinson. Jordan knocked down a bucket there, and you can see it in her. I mean, you can really see it.
She's tough.
Yeah.
She was like a freight train hitting another freight train on that one screen. They were pressing us, and she stepped up and lit that girl up on that ball screen against the press. And she's just tough as nails. I mean, she. When Sarah Garner leaves, there ain't going to be a whole lot of drop-off with Avery Jordan because Avery Jordan is about as tough as they come. And, it was good. It was good to throw them in there in a game like this to see how they could handle it. Not only were they pressing us, but, they're up 20-25, and, you either have that mentality of I'm going to go in here and do something or I'm just going to go in here because, coaches give me a couple minutes and we're down 25 and it doesn't really matter. And that wasn't their mentality. They went in there and, they played well. I mean, I told Rachel after the game, I brought her here to shoot. She was 0 for 2. Maybe I brought her here to rebound the ball because I think she's got about 5 rebounds in probably 10 minutes of play, and she hadn't made a shot yet. So, like I said, I mean, we got to get Bree going, and then, we just need a couple other people to step up. And, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Tommy, you were here when we scrimmaged in, late October. And, I mean, I walked out of here that day going, man, I don't know if there's a team on our schedule we can beat. And we've just gotten better and better and better. And today was a little setback. The first half was a huge setback because, like I said, we played scared. We were timid. We didn't want to shoot. We didn't want the ball in our hands. Second half, I thought we were much better, and we got to play. Like I said, we got to play a lot of people because of the score. But again, Lander kept the pedal to the metal. I mean, they never let up on us, and we handled it a lot better in the second half. But I think sometimes you look at the score and you go, man, 72-50. That coach, I mean, he don't want to talk to nobody. But the thing is we've gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I'm right in saying that. I mean, you were here in October, and I feel like we've gotten better from our first home game against Auburn Montgomery on November the 18th. I feel like we've gotten a lot better. So as long as we keep getting better, we're going to be fine. I mean, I think we're a team that's obviously. I mean, we beat Pembroke without a starter, and Brianna Bell doesn't play very well, our leading scorer. So we've got a Peach Belt win under our belt against a team that was picked higher than us, and we got a chance to go on the road here and steal a couple. So, I'm not down and out about this one. I think, again, I think the biggest thing is when you come into a game like this is it's real hard to simulate that kind of pressure if you don't play that way. And hopefully what we'll get out of this is the next game when we get pressed like this, whether it's Clayton State or Columbus State or Georgia Southwest, whoever it might be, we understand that.
You've seen it.
Hey, nothing's going to be like Lander just threw at us.
You're getting ready to hit the road. You got Augusta Sunday, and then you'll be down in St. Augustine on Tuesday. Got Flagler College. It's never easy,
It's not, and I mean, I haven't really watched either one of those. I haven't seen either one of them on film yet. And there's no nights off in the Peach Belt. I mean, we've talked about that 100 times up here. But the thing is you just got to understand that one loss can't make or break you. Everybody in the league is going to lose.
Yeah.
You've got to get back together. And the good thing is Coach and I talked about it earlier this week. I feel like all we've done is practice. I mean, we've played now 9 games, but we have practiced. We've got to have 60 practices under our belt. I mean, because we've played, and then we've had 6 days off before we played again. And then we'll play, and then 3 days, and we play again, and then we got 10 days before we play again. And this 12 days from Pembroke to today, I mean, there's only so much you can do in practice,
Sure.
and I mean, we're at a point now where we should be able to come in here, get done what we need to get done, but it's hard when you have big breaks like this, and I'm just glad we get to play 2 here, quick, Sunday and Tuesday. We don't have, we ain't got 6 practices between now and the next time we play. So I'm happy with that, and I think I think the thing that, you've seen us now 3 or 4 times is, we're going to compete, and, I think these are 2 games that, if we go out and we play well and we make some shots and we get this out of our system today that, we just played timid, then, I think we can beat a lot of people.
Busy on the recruiting trail. You've got some commitments.
Yeah, we signed. How many did we sign early? 3, I guess. So we signed 3 early. We signed a 6'3" kid from over Murphy that's
right.
Just a walking double-double. She can't get here fast enough. We signed a 5'11" kid out of Kentucky that can really shoot the ball. I mean, she shoots it as well as anybody we've got right now. And we signed a girl from Gainesville, from Chestatee High School, where Peyton played, Lindsey Caudill, who is just flat out tearing it up. She's averaging about 24 points a game right now. We got a few more we need to get. Right now it's that time of year right now where you've got your hooks baited, and you just kind of following to see what some kids do and see who's going to separate themselves. But like I said, I mean, I feel like we're good. We're good with recruiting. We got some big shoes to fill, but I really like where we are. And the thing is, a buddy of mine told me a long time ago. He said, the best players are the one you have. And so we're trying to get these kids better. And like I said, I mean, I feel like we've gotten a lot better from October to now, and we just gotta keep it up and see how good we can be.
One final thought. I know this always makes you feel good. Casey Cash, Keita Robinette here today. Makes you good to see them girls come back.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you can't say enough good things about those 2 kids. Casey just finished her, I guess, probably, I don't know, 5th or 6th semester of vet school, 5th semester, I guess, and she got one tough semester left, and then she says all clinicals from here, and she's as smart as anybody that I've ever known, and and Keita, I mean, you can again, we talk every time I come up here. I feel like we talk about Sarah Garner, but Keita's man. I tell you what, at one point today, I was sitting over there and I thought, man, I wish I could throw Keita out here, because I remember one game. I guess it was probably Keita's junior year at North Georgia. I think Lowe was out. Lowe had a concussion maybe, and Keita had to play 40 minutes. She didn't have a turnover. She had like 9 assists and no turnovers. And, I was just sitting over there at one point today going, man, can we sneak her back there and pull 20 minutes out of her today?
Yeah.
Those 2 right there are as good as gold. I mean, you just I got a son, and I always tease Casey. I said, I hope he grows up and marries his generation's Casey Cash.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see those 2. I didn't get to spend enough time with them. Every time they come back up here, they get pulled in a million different directions.
Sure.
But I did get to holler at them for a minute. So.
Well, thanks for stopping by, and good luck on the road.
Yeah,
Let's
it looks
pull
like
these men through.
Yeah, men
good to have
need
Corey Nelson back, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you just see automatically he changes the game. You got a couple deflections and easy buckets in transition. He's Coach Herman and I talked about it. He's the guy that in watching Coach's team. I mean, they haven't looked as athletic as they have in the past. There's not been a Marcellus Roberts out there running the floor, and they're and now that Corey Nelson's back, that's what it gives you. It gives you that guy that can just run and jump, and this is big for them, because they're on this slide, and I mean, I don't know what they lost 5 in a row, and so I mean, this is big. They I think they took the punch, and they punched back, and now they just got to finish it.
All right, well, we look forward to a good road trip, and we'll see you, I guess, December the 30th, Francis Marion.
December 30th.
All right, well, good luck, Coach. Merry Christmas to you.
Same to you.
45-31, game of runs. And Young Harris got up big, got up by 13, got down, 15-1 run. And we're going to pick back up with Nick Blanc taking it to hole, drawing to the contact, and really looked good, man. Finished out strong, 47-31. This is our biggest lead. And thanks to our game sponsors, Hinton Rural Life Center, Bowl of Asia, and Walmart. Nick can't get the free throw down, oh so close. 47-31, can't let up though, because we saw this big lead turn into a deficit last half. Looking for consistency. One thing looking at for Young Harris is turnovers. We've only had 7. They've had 8. And good balance in their scoring. JB with 17, Waterhouse with 9, Nelson with 8. And Nick Blanc's got 6 now. Nelson left elbow. Just amazing what he brings to the team, how much different we look with him out there. Fadeaway, Waterhouse, no good. Rebound, Knight. And Waterhouse with a steal. He's got a 2-on-1. Feed to Charles. Nice. The alley-oop. He puts it down off the glass, and the Young Harris lead is 18 and growing. Johnson feeds out to Purdy. Ball fake, drives the paint. Man, he is tough. Nice take. He's 5'9", going in amongst the bigs. No fear whatsoever. He's got 2, and it's a 49-33 game. Just underway in the second half. Young Harris women's 72-50 losers to a very good Lander team. Nelson off the glass, can't get the shot down. Here is Purdy. Man, you got to pick him up. So good, can't get the shot down, and we don't get back to defense to block out. They kick it out for a 3-ball, no good. Corey Nelson going to come out with the loose change. And JB on the left side, bullet pass from Waterhouse, diagonal. Feeding the post, Blanc, nice spin off the glass, up and in. This guy can play, big body down there. And he scores, and Young Harris lead is 18. We look so much different today. Evich getting ready to check in. Purdy. Ben stays in front of him, and that's no small task. He'll spin on JB. Good job that time defensively. JB. Blanc with the rebound. Diagonal bullet pass. Corey can't hold on to it. Little bit too far out in front, but he threw a bullet. Evich checks in, and TJ Knight will come out. 51-33. We're going to hit the road Sunday at Augusta, Tuesday at Flagler College before the Christmas break. Actually, our men in action against Palm Beach Atlantic, and they here today. Watching, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to practice here sometime this evening tonight. Johnson with the right hand, no good. Inside out, 3-ball is good. That was Jordan Dingle.
Dingle with 3.
Back to Wade, puts it on the floor, kick out Waterhouse, spot up 3's good.
And there's a 3 from
Ben feeling it.
Waterhouse.
Ben's got a dozen, and the Young Harris lead is 18. We'll be back home the 30th after the Christmas break. Francis Marion, good job, overplay. Front in the post, Blanc knocked the ball out of bounds. They can't get a shot off. And the Young Harris lead is 18. Lappet gonna come in for Nelson.
Lappet in for Nelson.
Good to see Corey Nelson out there, but it's really good to see James Lappet getting extended playing time. He's worked hard and labored for 2 years, not getting much PT, but now he's getting it. They're going to feed the post. Lappet with the board out of his hands, but JB will pick it up in transition. He'll float to the right side now, and he'll give it to Wade on the right side. And they're fronting Nick down on the block. Charles, 3-ball, no good, but Lappet with the board. He'll go up. Look like they got him on the arm. Probably would have been wise to have kicked it back out, but like the aggression. This is Dingle, works against Wade. Purdue, long three ball is good. He's starting to heat up. He is their leading scorer at 18 points per game on the season. We've held him to 8, but he has picked it up here in this second half. Wade, baseline jumper, no good. Charles trying to keep it in play. Can't quite do it. Ben Waterhouse hustling to get the out-of-bounds ball, but can't control. We've got a media timeout. Comes at 15:26 to go in the ball game. Young Harris leading 54-39. Young Harris College basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
They call it the Queen of Hearts drawing. And if you'll head over to the table near the concession stand, they'll tell you how and why you should be brothers tonight at 7 o'clock.
(54-39) your score. 15:26 to go in the ball game. Young Harris being led in scoring by J.B. Charles with 12, Ben Waterhouse with 12, with Charles with 19, Waterhouse with 12, two seniors combining for 31 points. Watch out for this team, though. We had them down by 13 earlier, and they came back and took the lead on us. Driving the baseline, and we don't get over to defend. They can't get the shot down. Fight for the loose ball. Blanc going to control. Today in the Peach Belt, besides this game, Georgia Southwestern at Fort Valley State, UNC Pembroke at Barton. Boy, that'd be a good one. Tomorrow, Palm Beach Atlantic at Young Harris. That's at noon. Education Day. Saturday, North Georgia at Flagler College. Clayton State at USC Aiken. Then Sunday, Young Harris at Augusta. Georgia Southwestern at Francis Marion, and Columbus State at UNCP. Spinning in the lane and staying with it, keeping it alive is Evich. And they've cut it back to 13. We have had a lead of 18. Waterhouse, nice left hand, scores. Wanting the contact. Young Harris gets it back up to 15. Johnson getting ready to re-enter for the Bearcats. Getting down to the 14-minute mark. They'll give the ball to Mara up high. He'll work on Damari Edwards. Nice scoop. They want to travel. They've got a legitimate case on that one. 56-43. Lappet, top of the key, feeding the post. Blanc with the right hand, no contact. Mara can't get the shot down. Blanc. Nick, that was his 8th board. J.B. Charles got 9 boards. Antonio Wade with 9 assists. 9 assists and no turnovers. That's got to really make Coach Herman happy, because coming into this game, Antonio is assist to turnover ratio 25 turnovers, 15 assists. He's got 9 assists in this game. That's incredible. Corey Nelson back in. Blanc going to take a break. Nick with 8 boards, though. J.B. Charles working on a double-double. He's got 19 points, 9 boards. He's got 3 assists for a little extra measure. Damari Edwards at the line. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the first half. And can't get that one down. Don't count this team out. Purdue, wow, used the body of Waterhouse to get the shot off. And it's a 12-point game. Wade, and we turn it over. And this is the point in time that young Harris had just kind of snowballed in the wrong direction for us. I don't know if anybody around here wants to talk about snow right now. But we've gone from 18 to 12, and you can really sense Purdue. He's getting hot there. He's got a dozen. I think he's got 7 in this half. Johnson up top working on Wade. Spins on him. Good D by Wade. Antonio stays in front of him. Here's Purdue, and they're going to get Waterhouse with the foul, and that's going to put a very good free throw shooter, I'm sure. Yeah, 87%, 47 to 54. And here comes Lander, up by 18. Got a chance right here to get it in single digits, and there's a ton of time. 13 minutes. Missed that one. He don't miss many. Purdue out of White Oak, North Carolina. Still got another year. Seems like he's been playing forever. Hits the second. Hits 2 out of 3, and it's a 10-point game. They've shaved it from 18 to 10, coming with some pressure. Waterhouse right side. We need a basket. Stop the bleeding here. Waterhouse, long kick out to Edwards. He's going to drive the baseline. Nice, strong take. Looked like he was going to go with the reverse, but quick jump stop, put it up from the left side. And the Young Harris lead is back up to a dozen. Edwards with 4. And going to get a block. Edwards blocks Rankin's shot. Down to Wade. He lays it up and in. Here comes Young Harris. Just like that, we got it back up to 14. Nice little 4-0 run for Young Harris. That's going to get Sidney Robinson off the bench for the Bearcats. Purdue will work the left side. He will feed Evich. He's working on Lappet. Here's Johnson. Nice move to slide by Lappet. Got past the big. He scores. It's a 12-point game. Wade will walk it down. J.B. Charles getting ready to re-enter for Young Harris. His rest was short, as one might expect, the way he's lighting it up offensively. 19 points and 9 boards. Waterhouse thought about the three.
6-3-7-9-5-0-2-1.
All right, we want to apologize to you. We were off the air for about a minute there as Antonio Ray misses the first of 2 free throws. We were off the air, but we're back now. Let me tell you where we're at, 61-51, 11 minutes to go. We're coming out of timeout, and we want to prayers and best wishes to one of our favorite and special people, Bobby Thompson and her family. Daughter's been hospital down in Atlanta. I believe they're on their way back home. Asked our athletic director, Mr. Randy, who was going to fill Bobby's shoes today, and he laughed and said, you know, one person don't fill in Bobby's shoes. It takes a team effort to fill in for her. So we hope you guys are back home safely and everything's well, and thoughts and prayers are with you. And know these guys are working hard. 3 ball. No good. Waterhouse keeps it in play. Young Harris lead is 11. J.B. Charles feeds Waterhouse on the right side, puts it on the floor, kicks it out right side Edwards. Ball fake, gets it in the paint. Nice take, can't finish though. Nelson with the board, puts it up and draws the contact. And again, that's what he brings you. He just completely changes the dynamic of this team. Maybe the numbers, pretty good numbers, 8 points, 5 boards, and assists. But there's so much more than what that line gives you. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. And the Young Harris lead is 13. Nice pick on that time. Hard pick. Robinson came off of it hard and scored. They're hanging close at 11. We're getting down to a 10-minute mark. A lot of time. Nelson to Charles, left side. He'll feed the post. Blanc inside out to Waterhouse. Right back to Blanc. He's in a good post position. And gets a shot blocked from behind by Kobzaru. Last touch by by Lander. And Young Harris will inbound. We're inside of 10, 9:52. Up by 11. Waterhouse to inbound. Gets the ball to Nelson. Working around the perimeter. Waterhouse feeding the post to Blanc. Goes up strong and scores. Man, he is a man inside. Blanc's in double figures with 10. He's heading toward a double-double. 10 points and 8 boards. Elbow jumper, no good. Nelson with the board. Out in transition, feeds Charles. Nice athletic move, and Nelson throws it down. Oh, my. (68-53), pick and roll with Evich. Tried to feed him, and Waterhouse gets his foot on it. Zane Rankin will check in. We've got a timeout. 68-53, your score. Peach Belt basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. 68-53, Young Harris up by 15. We've led by as many as 18. We've trailed a little bit in this one. 13-point lead, and they came back and took the lead on us. We're up inside of 9 minutes now. Watch out for this guy, Rahu Purdy. He can take it to the hole. We defended well that time, stayed in front of him. Edwards out in transition, shovels out to Waterhouse. Looking for Edwards, can't find it, gives him to Charles. He toes the line, now he'll hit Waterhouse up top. Clearing out, we're gonna go right side. Edwards, 3 ball, no good. Corey Nelson trying to track it down. Smith will control. Long pass, foot's on the line, good call. Just barely on the line was Zane Rankin, freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And it'll be Young Harris ball. 68-53. We're getting down to the 8-minute mark. Clock can't tick fast enough for us, can it, John? Next time we'll be doing a game tomorrow. Don't know if that'll be me or my friends over here to the left. Just all depends. I got some good news a while ago, though, John, that encourages me that maybe I'll be with you tomorrow. Edwards puts it on the floor, jump stop in there. Nice athletic move up in the air. DeMauri's got 6. Young Harris, great balance in the scoring. Johnson, that's going to be, they're going to call it a 3. I believe his foot was on the line. Here comes Edwards behind the back. Right side Waterhouse, spots up for a 3. Wide open, can't get it down though. Rebound pulled down by Smith. He'll give it to Johnson. Johnson will come to the right side. He'll give it to Purdy. He'll kick out to Rankin. Baseline jumper is good. Sweet stroke. Sergio Smith, senior out of Dorchester, South Carolina. Waterhouse going to bring it down. Left side Edwards. Wade getting ready to check back in. Ball off of the hands of Smith. Be Young Harris ball underneath. We're inside of 7 minutes. We got another timeout.
Media timeout.
It's a media. Comes at 6:57 in the game. 70-55. Young Harris leads Lander. Young Harris College basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. Young Harris looking to end a 5-game losing streak, but the good thing is win this one and you're 1-1 in the conference where it counts. Right now the standings in the Peach Belt: Francis Marion, UNC Pembroke, USC Aiken, Clayton State, Augusta, who we play Sunday, Columbus State 1-0, Georgia College 1-1, Young Harris, Georgia Southwestern, Flagler, who we play Tuesday, and North Georgia 0-1. Lander, who we're playing today, 0-2. So, it's about the Peach Belt. We played some very tough competition. I would go so far to say we probably played the toughest non-conference that any school in the Peach Belt played overall. I mean, we didn't play in the Division I schools like Mississippi State and Creighton and people like that some of them did. But, man, we played some tough D2 schools. Blanc, man, he is a house inside. First layup off of the offensive board. He's got a double-double. I believe. Might not be there yet. Young Harris up 17. Going to be a travel? No. Going to get Young Harris with the foul. Coach Herman slapping his head on that one.
That was called against Charles.
Could have been some contact there after about the third or fourth step was taken. Only the second team foul. Lander ball underneath. Mara to inbound. Rankin. Back to Mara, spinning the lane. He's going to draw the contact. From Blanc.
Foul called against Blanc. His second personal.
Second on Nick.
Third team foul.
Third team foul. That's going to put Mara at the line to shoot 2. Good free throw shooter. Hadn't been to the line much, 6 of 8, but you can tell he's a shooter. And he misses. Rebound Nelson to Charles. Shea will turn around. He'll get the ball in Wade's hand. Back to JB. In a bad spot. Dangerous pass. Right side Waterhouse going baseline. Kick over to Wade. Gets in the paint. Feeds Blanc, who lays it up and in. We just got great balance in our scoring. Nelson with 12. Waterhouse with 14. Charles with 19. I believe that's 14 for Blanc. 74-55, and I believe that's going to be our biggest lead. Lappet and Murphy getting ready to check in for Young Harris. Corey Nelson and tried to dump down into Blanc. Quick hands by Smith getting in there and shutting down the lane, but off of Smith, it'll be Young Harris' ball. Nelson and Blanc going to come out. Blanc sitting down with 14 points and 9 boards. JB's got 9. Corey Nelson, his first game back with 8 boards to go along with 12 points. Murphy to Waterhouse, thought about the 3. Back to Wade. Murphy working the high post. Wade got to put it up, didn't touch anything. Not a good possession that time. Empty possession. Young Harris leads 74-55, and we're inside of 5 minutes. We'll be on air with you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Palm Beach Atlantic, and going to be a travel. Oh, my. Again, could have been a foul after about the 3rd step. Inbound to Purdue. 3 ball up, no good. Murphy fighting for the rebound. Had good inside position. Ball last touched by Lander. It'll be Young Harris ball. They're going to come with a little heat. We'll get it in Wade's hand. Back to Charles. High pass to Wade. To Murphy in the corner. Back to Charles. Right side Waterhouse. Lap it in the high post. Wade 3 ball, no good. Last touch by Young Harris, so they say. And it'll be Bearcat ball, 74-55. Young Harris women losers today, 72-50. Just did not deal well with the intense pressure that the Bearcats, who are our nationally ranked team, brought. Wade looking to go coast to coast off the glass, and they're going to call that one goaltending. pinned it off the glass, did Zane Rankin, and that's going to give Antonio a couple of points. Gets the Young Harris lead up to 21. Wade now with 9 points as Waterhouse will come out. Damari Edwards back in. Right side, Janssen. And this is Sydney Robinson. Long skip, baseline jumper, no good. And coming out fighting with the loose ball. Controlled by Lander. Wade and Murphy fighting for it. Janssen in the corner. He's going to shoot the 3 ball and bury it.
Johnson with a 3.
Johnson's 3 will give him 7. Charles, game high for both teams. Purdue leads Lander with 14. Charles got 19. Reverse layup. Antonio Wade up and in. He's in double figures now. Young Harris with 5 players in double figures. Spreading the wealth. We've got a 20-point lead. Feeding the post. Lap it defensively on Rucker. Inside out. Janssen no good. Charles keeps it going, and they're going to say traveled. .259 to go. Young Harris up by 20. Zion Williams going to check in, get some extended time. Wade, really good job. Got to be happy with Wade. 11 points, 10 assists, a double-double for him, 3 steals. But here's the thing that really makes you happy. Only 2 turnovers. And we've got, you're not going to believe this, guys, but immediate timeout. Comes at 2:59 to go in the ball game. Young Harris up 78-58. Young Harris College basketball on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV.
Make sure you stop by the Lions Den. Purchase some Mountain Lion souvenirs. Pass around to the family and friends. They have a wide assortment of t-shirts, sweatshirts, so you can show your support of your Mountain Lions all year round. VIP discount cards are also for sale at the Lions Den for $10 each, a portion of which goes to Make-A-Wish.
.78-58, Young Harris leads out by 20, looking to go 1-1 into Peach Belt, break a 5-game losing streak. Young Harris with great balance. J.B. Charles with 19, Nick Blanc with 14, Ben Waterhouse with 14, Corey Nelson with 12, Antonio Wade with 11. Wade with a double-double, 11 points, 10 boards. J.B. Charles with a double-double, 19 points and 10 boards. Jumper no good. Murphy trying to track it down. Janssen will control. Be Kobzaru with the ball. He'll give it up to Janssen. Back to Sydney Robinson. Driving the baseline and a foul. James Lappett trying to protect the rim. Came down hard with the hand, and that's where the foul comes, and that's going to give Sydney Robinson, freshman out of Charleston, South Carolina, a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play. Free throw's good. And 78-61. Williams to Charles. Charles will get it across. Now he'll pull up and got to go quick. Got to go quick. Gets the ball in Edwards' hands. Back to Zion. Zion kick out to Damari Edwards. He'll drive the baseline off the glass up and draws contact. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Talk to Zion and Jalen Brown, who were both Savannah products, and talked to him last Friday when the snow was coming down, looked like $50. There was about 8 inches out there by that time. The weather people said it was an over performer, which I think was probably a politically correct way of saying we missed it. I'm sure the grocery stores were mad. But, man, I don't know how much snow they had seen, they both being from Savannah, but they was wide-eyed and really just, you could tell, taking it in and enjoying. Ben Dresser, freshman out of Augusta, Georgia, checking in for Young Harris. Angus Howie, senior out of Australia, Melbourne, getting ready to check in for Young Harris. Tell you about Ben. Ben is one of a good of pure shooters you'll ever see. Zion elevates in the lane, no good. Janssen with the rebound. Back in transition. Elevation on the jumper, can't get the shot. Dresser with the rebound to Murphy. Pass down to Greg, and Greg gets hammered. I mean hammered. Let's see if they're going to say it was on the floor. They're going to give him a chance to shoot. They're going to call it on the floor. Trying the alley-oop. Greg just got hammered. Angus Howie going to check in. James Lappett coming out. James with 2 points and 3 boards on the afternoon. Murphy 3-ball. No good. Skying for the rebound. Kabarzu. Probably hadn't said that right all day. I apologize to his family in Romania. Little give and go action. Good job defending the rim by Angus Howie. Dresser feed back to Edwards. Up, can't get it, but Murphy puts it in. Big Greg doing a good job running the floor and cleaning it up. Greg scores, and Young Harris back up by 20, 81-60. And we're going to get Dylan Curry in real quick here, hopefully. Getting down to the minute mark. Kabarzu kicks out.
1 minute remaining.
8 on the shot clock. They're going to bury a 3-ball, and we're going to foul him. That's Zion Williams. And that is going to put Jordan Dingle at the line, I believe, to shoot 3. Dylan Curry, long-range bomber, redshirt freshman out of Jasper, Georgia, but I believe he played his high school ball at West Hall, I believe. Alex Pack also checking in the game. Free throws are good. Pack going to come in and get Greg Murphy. Greg with 2 points on the afternoon. And Curry, and I believe, I'm looking on Curry, he redshirted last year. I believe this is his first time in a ball game. Now he can shoot it. He's a big kid. He's had a little bit of, had some injuries, but he can shoot it. Williams running the point. They're going to press him. Loses the handle, got to go quick, gets the ball in Dresser off to Curry. Curry kicks it over to Dresser. Back to Williams, kick out to Dresser, he can shoot it. Can't get that one down. Curry up, can't get it. Pack up, kid can't get it. Angus Howie, and Angus going to get fouled, and I believe that'll put him at the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Fouls on the worker.
Howie been in 4 games, averaging 1.8 per game. 1 of 5 from the free throw line. Can't get the shot, but Curry. Robinson going to walk it down, 20 seconds. Left side, Janssen. Young Harris staying in a man. Robinson up top, give it ball to Janssen, hedging out. They'll feed inside, can't get shot down. Dresser with the board, 2.5 seconds, gets the ball down to Curry, long-range bomber. Let's see if we get the foul.
That's the end of the game.
Not going to call the foul, hoping he'd get to shoot 2 free throws. Good game for Young Harris. 81-64 win. Young Harris led about 98% of this game. Great balance for Young Harris in scoring. J.B. Charles a double-double with 19 points and 10 boards. Ben Waterhouse with 14 points. Nearly a double-double for Nick Blanc. He had 14 points and 9 boards. Corey Nelson in his first game back, 12 points. And I tell you, Antonio Wade, a double-double, 11 points, 10 assists. But really what's jumping out at me, 2 turnovers. Young Harris only turned the ball over 11 times. Young Harris shot the ball well, 32 of 70 from the field, 45.7%. 5 of 16 from behind the arc, 31%, 12 of 20. We out-rebounded Lander by 9, 49-40, 15 O boards, 34 defensive boards. Game was tied once, 1 lead change. Young Harris' biggest lead. Young Harris led 37 minutes and 15 seconds, 93% of the game. Largest lead was 21. We ended up winning by 17. 18 assists versus 9. 11 turnovers versus 13. We had 11 off of the bench, 4 blocks, 17 points off of fast breaks. We stole the ball 8 times. Great balance, 81-64 win. Now we got to hit the road. First, it starts with an Augusta team, 1-0 in the Peach Belt, 4-3 overall, winners of their last 2. And then we'll go down to Flagler. We'll go down to St. Augustine, get to make that Florida trip. They're 3-2 overall, 0-1 in the conference. But we got a game here tomorrow, our last non-conference game for anybody, men or women. Owen will be taking on Palm Beach Atlantic, and I believe Palm Beach Atlantic getting ready to get out on the floor and practice as soon as we get out of here. That is at 12 o'clock, and we'll have that right here on the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV. And then our next conference game will be against a very, very good Francis Marion team. They're 5-0 overall, 1-0 in the conference. They'll be coming to call after Christmas on December the 30th. And then we're going to get into this thing wide open. We remind you that the Battle of Blood Mountain, the Young Harris edition of it, February the 7th, that is Purple Out night, and that's going to be on ESPN. So we really, really, really excited about this. Young Harris put it together, 2 solid halves. We outscored Lander 45-31 in the first, 36-33, and that deficit, really a lot of that for Lander came in the last 4 minutes. But we didn't turn the ball over tonight. We got great balance. I think Antonio Wade, maybe not his biggest scoring game, but certainly probably his best floor game. And we've talked about it. We didn't want to say too much because we wanted to make sure of the outcome before we got any further with it. But to have Corey Nelson on the floor, just absolutely tremendous for Young Harris. 12 points, 8 boards, an assist, a block, only 1 turnover, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 4 of 9 for the field. But his length, his versatility, his ability to guard multiple positions, the athleticism he brings, we just look like a different ball team out there tonight. Tough night for our women, playing maybe the best, one of the best teams certainly in the conference. Didn't handle their pressure well, but now we've seen it, and it's probably the best pressure we're going to see all year. 72-50 losers, but the men, tough schedule, 5-game losing streak, snapped it tonight in style. 81-64 winners over Lander. We're now 1-1 in the Peach Belt. And don't get much time to rest. We've got Palm Beach Atlantic tomorrow at noon, then hit the road. And so on a winning night for our men, Tommy Jenkins, John C. Moon, and Phillip, who says advertising on Ridgeline TV is good business. For everybody here at the Mountain Line Sports Network, powered by Ridgeline TV, we will see you guys tomorrow.